All right, welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to be a little morning music there. In this tutorial, we're going to be studying how to add transparencies to some image that you would get off the internet. Okay. Can somebody give me something to look up on the internet? What's in your game? What's your theme over here? Yeah. Space frog. So I'm going to look up space frog. Images. There they are. So there's my space frog. I like space frog. You always want to go to view image, and then from view image you get the best, highest quality, and you right click and you save image as, and then that needs to go into your folder where you want it. So I'm going to put it in first name, last name, and I'm going to put it in a folder called 1.2.1 picture pool. So notice that that folder's not there. So then I'm just going to go 1.2.1 picture pool. I'm going to create a folder. So this is going to be a lesson on how to create folders also. And I'm going to create a picture pool folder, and then my Space Frog 2 is going to go right into there. And now I have Space Frog into my picture pool folder. How many people in here know how to create folders and save stuff in your folder? Does everybody know why we create folders and put stuff in your folder? What's that? Yeah, now I don't have to look over 500 folders to figure out where that image is. Okay, so now I just go back into my folders. I go into my documents in my first name, last name folder, which you guys have first name, last name. And let's go find first. There it is, first name, last name. And there's picture pool, and there's Space Frog. Okay, so my brain can keep stuff in order. This is what we call slow down to speed up in computer science, right? Now, I want to go ahead and get Space Frog out of here. So I'm going to right click and edit this guy with GIMP. How many people know how to do this, by the way? Show of hands if you know how to add transparencies. Okay. Show of hands, please, if you need to see this video again. You're not getting it yet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we do need to do this video. All right, so here's Space Frog. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up some of my toolboxes. So I always just go to Windows. There's other ways of doing this. I go to Windows New Toolbox. I like to put it on the left. And I go to Recently Dockable Dialogues, and I go to Layers. Okay, and notice here that if you do notice that you go to Dockables, Layers is Control L. So you could also just hit Control L, and your layers will come up. I use layers a lot. Okay, Control L. And I think there's one for toolbox too. What is it? Yeah, Control B. Control B will get you a toolbox. So now I need my free select tool, the lasso. And I start to click around my cool Space Frog. I just go around the outer edges of my cool Space Frog. Around his fingers. Just take your time here, have some fun. This is a good time to, you know, sit and relax, have some coffee, and do some GIMP work. Remember that in computer science, there is a huge need for graphic designers. And if coding's not your particular love, then stay with it. You guys can become really, really good graphic designers. I have a friend of mine who works at Cardinal IT Solutions, and she makes probably $250,000 as the lead graphic designer. And then you always want to come back to the very first dot. See how that one goes yellow? I click on that, and now that guy will highlight. And now you hit select, invert, because I don't want to delete my frog, because watch this, if I hit delete right now, it's bye-bye frog. Don't want that, Control Z. So you want to go select, invert. I want to get rid of everything around it. Now everything around it is inverted. I don't know what we're going to do with that green stuff there. We might have to paint it white. I can show you how to do that. We probably need that white stuff to become his spacesuit. I can show you how to do that. All right, so now this is our frog. And so now what I'm going to do, this is a nice little trick. Go ahead and color pick this suit here. Okay, see how that suit's like a gray-white? Then I click on this, and then I go get my paint can. And that's the white that I want. And I'm going to start pouring my paint can. I'm going to go select invert again so I can pour my paint can into this white, this green stuff here. And I'm going to try to make this green stuff here look like his suit. Okay, and you can blow it up, hit Control Z, and you can try to get really exact with this. And you can go over here to where this is. And you can start to just pour this stuff into these little green spaces. Okay. Another way of doing this is also getting your paintbrush. And you double click on your paintbrush, and here it is right here. And you can go to, a solid block if you want. And that'll be coloring 20 pixels. And I don't want 20 pixels, so I'm going to go down to like 5 pixels. And there it is, 5 pixels. And then I can just start to paint in there with my paintbrush and fill this stuff in around his fingers. And then I'll just make that look like his suit. Instead of this looking like that green stem, hopefully we can make this look like his space suit. Who understands what I'm doing here? You just kind of outline his finger. And over here, I just want to paint this suit white. Make it look like his suit. And now I can go up here a little bit and just can't tell what's a finger and what's not. So you can just paint around this. It's not going to be perfect. But this is a good lesson on painting also, and how to get rid of objects in your picture that you don't want. I didn't want that green plant in there. If he's going to be in space, I don't want him holding on to a green plant. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for right now. I'm going to Control Z. And does that look a little bit better? Not perfect. Not perfect, but at least it looks like part of his suit versus a green stem in space. So now we're ready to add the alpha channel. So I'm going to go over to layers. I'm going to right click on my little dude over here. This is my little space guy. My space frog, right, John? My cool space frog. Good theme, by the way. I like it. All right. If you're going to sell a game, all you need is a crazy good idea. Are you with me? And that's where That's where we want to work on teams, guys. We want to work on teams because you don't know who on your team has this crazy good idea. Would I have ever thought of Space Frog? No, but I kind of like it. You know? Have you guys ever, you guys just watch the Super Bowl commercials, right? What do they do on Super Bowl commercials? They're either throwing you a really cool Super Bowl commercial, are you with me? Or a really stupid Super Bowl commercial, all right? How many people thought the puppy monkey baby was the dumbest thing they've ever seen the first time? Yeah. But right now, can you forget it? Can you forget it? Can you forget that you saw the puppy monkey baby? No. So that's called good advertising. Are you with me? Because something was crazy, and it makes your brain remember crazy. Are you with me? So you guys just need a crazy idea. So I'm going to right click on this. You go down, you add alpha channel, you color pick the white, and you hit delete. Okay, now see how it selected some of my suit? So let me see this. Did it select my suit? Yeah, a little bit, but not too much. Okay, not too bad. So now I want to go ahead and crop this. I don't need a lot of this stuff. And I'll start over here. And you just drag a box around your Space Frog. And there's your Space Frog. Okay? And now we go File, Export As, and I want to call this Space Frog .png. PNGs handle the transparencies. Okay? You're going to hit export. Sometimes I have to hit this twice. Don't know why. Make sure Save Color Values from Transparent Pixels is off. Has to be off. And then we hit export. Okay. And then that goes into your file folder. Notice here I have the green one now and the white one. And let's go see if this works in my MIT. So you click on MIT. And I don't know what's going to come up. My last project may come up. And I'll go to my projects, and I will see if bouquet comes up. Anybody see bouquet in there anywhere? You just type out .png. You replace JPG. You just highlight it and print out .png. And then your GIMP will automatically convert it for you then, as soon as you change that file. Yes, it just like gets rid of all that unwanted blank space out there. So I'm not seeing my, so let me go ahead and import this project. And I'll go ahead and do a small tutorial here on how to import a project. Okay. So we go ahead and insert your USB. And then here, you're going to go to Projects, Import Project from my computer, choose a file. You're going to go over to your USB port and you're going to call it Bouquet. Open up Bouquet. And Bouquet already exists, so where's my Bouquet at? There it is. So I want to open up Bouquet. There is Bouquet, and that's the one I gave you guys. Now, what you guys should automatically do in here is go Projects, Save Project As, don't copy it, don't save it as Bouquet, save it as Picture Pool, right? Picture Pool 1_2_1, period, I'll call this period 1, quarter 3, and then let's get rid of, and then right here what we want to do then is we want to go into the sprite for the bird, okay, and I want to rename Sprite Bird as Sprite Space Frog. Are you with me? Sprite Space Frog, so that I know. So that's just a little example of how you rename things, and then I go back into my libraries, into my documents. I know that it's in my first name, last name picture pool, and let's see what Space Frog looks like. There's Space Frog. Space Frog is looking pretty good. Okay, so that's a tutorial on how to get Space Frog in there. And now that I've saved this as picture pool, now you guys can go through and change all of the images, change the background. I probably want space in here, right? Some planets, Space Frog, yeah. How do you get the crop tool to work? It did. So back here in, if I hit like Control Z, okay, Control Y, I just take my crop tool, my little scalpel, right? And then I just click and drag a box around my image. You with me? I drag the box and then I double click, dun-dum, and then it automatically gets rid of everything around there that I didn't want. Double click, okay? And then file export and you're good. All right, I hope that helps. Does this help? Okay, I'll put this video out there.